William, hopefully your favorite videographer from Two Hats Publishing. I welcome you to another Two Hats special of community events. Let's look in and see what's really happening.
Yes, sir. My name is Robert Ceccarelli, biggest advocate here in Dallas. I'm called the poster child for the homeless. I have a lot to say today. I've been to two meetings. One was the board of directors of the Metro Dallas Homeless Alliance. They are the people that do the time count once a year. And I just came through the MDHA meeting, which is the Metro Dallas Homeless Alliance, once a month. I'm worn out, but I have a lot to say. At the first meeting, I talked about how Sidney Crane, who is the CEO of MDHA and the board of the chairman of MDHA, or the chairman of the board, wherever you want to put it, Castellano, I feature those two people that need what they need to do for the homeless. I spoke in front of 3 minutes in front of the board. I made a big stink how Castellano and Sidney Crane would write about the problems with the homeless in the newspaper, but would not speak in front of any of the committees, including the city council and the county commissioners and the two homeless committees right now. They refuse to talk about it. They'll write about it, but they refuse to talk about it in front of everybody. They will talk about going behind closed deals and being chummy one-on-one, but they're afraid to talk in front of the public, they're afraid to talk in front of the TV and radio, and they're afraid to talk to the commissions. This is very suspicious. It is political. They want to stay friends with chummies with other people to not create any waves. I'm just saying to you is, if they're going to continue to do this, there is not going to be any action at all from anybody of how big of a crisis this is. This is a crisis with the homeless dying and freezing out there, and these people, Castellano and Sidney Crane, are holding the homeless hostage and are killing the homeless because whatever their selfish greeds are, political, bureaucracy, or being paid off, I don't know what's going on, but they refuse to talk about it. I went in front of the board again. I asked them, do you have any questions what I said, any comments to Sidney Crane and Castellano, what I just said? They just stared at me in front of the whole board. And after I spoke, I got two people from the board who gave me their information. They want to be emailed about what I just said. All I'm just saying to you is that it's a catastrophe what MDHA is doing. It's not them, it's everybody. Everybody doesn't want to speak. I speak in front of the Citizens Council homeless meeting. I speak in front of the county homeless meeting. There's 50 people at the county homeless meeting with mental health, mental retardation providers that refuse to speak. They have a lot of information they need to bring out, and they're sitting on their butts because they are afraid to do anything to lose their jobs. I go in front of the Citizens Council for Homelessness. I'm the only one there. I'm the only one in the whole place that's there at all, and they do not publicize the homeless to speak. As we saw today, the homeless people slam dunk the bridge. It's the Homeless Assistance Center for the city. The city doesn't want any of this bad publicity to come out, and that's what's going on. I'm just saying to you, whoever's listening to this, please, if you're in Dallas, you need to speak up, but I'm just saying, man, if nobody wants to do anything, the homeless just going to get killed, and all the big shots are just staying quiet. I put it in front of all the board of directors, and they still stay quiet. So this is all I have to say, but today, the bridge got slammed. Homeless people got slammed by they slammed the city of Dallas for not doing anything. They talk about what they're doing, but they're experiencing nothing. These are the homeless people that need to speak out, and they're not being allowed to speak out because they will slam dunk everybody. And people don't want, and the big shots here do not want that kind of publicity. Thank you. Okay?
We'll set up a meeting, like if I can get it at City Hall or some place that will allow us to come there and invade the place with a whole bunch of homeless, sit down, give me their first name, give them everything. We need to bring up a whole bunch of questions and answers for the people, and then make these videos available to all these organizations.
Right.
What do you think?
That sounds great. But like I said, today there were not any MHMR providers here, not one, except UGM, which lied. Oh, can I say something about UGM? at all? No? Okay. I'm just saying it's a good idea, but they need to know they're going to get a benefit out of it. Remember James Dunn in the wheelchair? He said they're going to talk to the mayor. They had 400 homeless people come here for vouchers 2 different times. But you need to set up some kind of bait that they will come, okay? Something that they know that they will benefit from. That's all I can say is it's got to be at a meeting, and that way they can be heard also. Instead of speaking in front of city council, they can hear from you also. But it has got to be somewhere they're going to earn something from it. And they know that who they're talking to, they can help them, so that way they can talk to you right after that. That's all I can say, man. Okay?
The more or less you're condemning the situation. If, in other words, they won't come here just to help themselves. We got to bribe them.
Well, not bribe something like that. Yeah. You got that point. But that's how James Dunn. James Dunn said they're going to speak to the mayor, and they didn't. That's why they came to City Hall. I mean, James Dunn in the wheelchair, remember him? And it worked.
All right, here's your assignment. Put me together a project. I can make it happen.
All right.
Think you do that?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to break this tape up. You're going to tell me something else about somebody else. Go ahead.
You ready? Oh, yeah, the UGM was here today, Union Gospel Mission. He is trying to say that he can find work for the homeless in restaurants. I asked him the companies or the restaurants, he did not want to do it. You know why? He wants these people to go through their discipleship program for 9 months, and the federal government pays them, okay? Now, after that, we don't know what goes on with these companies. When you don't say that information, it tells me these companies are not going to hire. He's just using that for a sucker, for homeless to be suckers to go through his discipleship program for 9 months, and you can't get out at all. You can't look or do anything for work until after the 9 months. They talk about God all day, and they play you for a sucker. All I'm saying to you is that you gotta be careful about the people, these shelters that play the God card. And I just noticed today he refused to answer any question. And you were a witness, sir. And then that they're trying to just play the homeless as suckers and play them as bait. Play them as bait so they can make more money. I'm talking about the Union Gospel Mission. UNION space GOSPEL space MISSION. Do not go there. They're going to play you for a sucker for 9 months to promise you a job. Do not do it. Do not do it at all. Thank you.